This is a wonderful meditative exercise that helps you get the wiggles out of your brain. You know how we tell little kids, like, get the wiggles out before you go to bed, and we want them to maybe, do some jumping jacks or somersaults or something just so that they can get that last bit of energy out of their body so they can really settle in, calm down, and go to bed, right? I do the same thing for my mind. I like to think about flowing the energy in my mind. I don't want my thoughts to get too stuck or stagnant. And that might look like rumination. Maybe it's worry or anxiety. And I want to kind of break that up and move the energy so I can move away from worry or anxiety and into more clarity. Or it could just be feeling blah or apathetic, other kind of thought stagnation that might be going on. This exercise, this doodling with both watercolor pens and paint markers, this doodling exercise helps me to move the energy in my mind. And I feel more focused, more calm, I feel centered. And I like these tools because they're mess free. So I'm using watercolor brush pens. I let that dry. Now I'm using Sharpie brand acrylic creative markers, black and white. Here I'm adding some white dots. That feels so good. And I don't think too far ahead of what I'm going to do here. So it's more intentional than just mindless scribbling. This is more intentional doodling. This is also called zentangle. So it's an actual technique that people do, and it does help people find more relief and calm and relaxation. And just let yourself go here. Do this in a sketchbook. I say this with some of my other art meditation techniques. You can do this in a sketchbook where there's no pressure. People aren't going to see this. It's not something you're trying to make to hang up on the wall, but it just gives you a little bit of that relief. Don't get too precious about this kind of stuff. But look, this just feels so good. And I think you can see that energy movement of thought on the paper. Thanks for joining me.